Imagine yourself walking right into the heart of a raging storm. The wind roars with such intensity that it tosses and drags everything in its path. Rain pelts down like sharp needles, striking you without mercy. Trees bend and branches snap. It seems as if everything around you is on the verge of collapse. Yet amidst all this turmoil, there's a sanctuary of calm. You stand firm and unyielding like a mountain. Your roots reach such profound depths that no external force can uproot you. The cacophony, confusion, and chaos simply vanish, much like wind flowing over a steadfast boulder. Pause for a moment and ask yourself, what if you could live each day with this profound inner peace and balance? How would you react to every criticism, harsh remark, or hostile encounter without losing your composure, without allowing them to pierce your core? This isn't an unattainable fantasy or a gift reserved for a select few. It's an achievable reality, available to everyone. With mindful awareness and a genuine willingness to look inward, this state of being can truly become your own. Today, drawing inspiration from the deep insights of Carl Jung, one of the most intrepid explorers of the human psyche, I want to invite you on a journey to cultivate unshakable inner strength. Together, we will delve into how to liberate yourself from the influence of others and foster an inner equilibrium that can weather any storm. This quest isn't about shutting out reality or pretending that everything is fine. It's about something far more profound, understanding your inner world and learning to wield it as both a shield and a guiding light. Prepare yourself, because what you are about to discover has the potential to transform your way of living. Your mind can become your most secure refuge, your very own space of freedom. Once this spiritual secret is unveiled, it can alter the course of your life forever. Before we begin, make sure to subscribe to our Mindful Sphere channel so you won't miss any future videos on personal and spiritual development. Now, let's embark on this journey together. Life requires us to find a delicate balance between our inner selves and the external world we navigate. How often have you felt vulnerable under someone else's judgment? A sudden comment, disapproving remark, or a decision that undermines your sense of worth can hit you so forcefully that you feel like a fragile leaf caught in an uncontrollable wind. The profound truth, however, is that these external influences only wield power over us if we permit them to do so. Carl Jung offers a pivotal lesson through his unique exploration of the human soul. True freedom doesn't come from trying to change the external world or alter others' behaviors, but rather from turning our gaze inward. The key to breaking free from invisible chains, such as the fear of judgment and the desperate need for approval, resides within our own internal landscape. When Jung speaks of bringing light to the shadows, he's referring to those parts of our soul that we have repressed or neglected. These are the aspects of ourselves we are often unwilling to confront. Unnamed fears, insecurities that erode our self-worth, and limiting beliefs that convince us we are never enough. Pretending these parts don't exist doesn't make them vanish. On the contrary, they continue to influence our lifestyle, decision-making, and the way others treat us. Interestingly, the shadow isn't our enemy. Jung encourages us to perceive these hidden facets not as monsters to be feared, but as signposts on our path of self-discovery. Each fear, each insecurity, and each limiting thought is actually an opportunity for growth. Imagine stepping into a dark room where nothing is visible. At first, everything appears threatening, but when you switch on the light, you realize that what once seemed menacing was merely an illusion born from the darkness. Illuminating our shadows works in much the same way for our inner world. As we begin to explore these hidden parts of ourselves, we start to comprehend their origins. Perhaps a certain fear stems from a past experience. An insecurity arises from someone's hurtful words, or a limiting belief is just a story you've been telling yourself for years. Now, here's an important question to ponder. What if we began to see these shadows not as adversaries but as allies? Behind every fear lies an opportunity to grow stronger. Behind every insecurity hides a valuable lesson, and behind every limiting belief, the possibility to break free and rewrite our personal narrative. Confronting our shadow isn't an easy task, but it is the crucial first step toward genuine freedom. By shedding light on what we fear, we discover that it is merely a part of us waiting to be understood and integrated. As Jung wisely stated, if we don't bring the unconscious into consciousness, it will guide our lives, and we will erroneously attribute its influence to fate. In other words, what we refuse to face becomes our destiny and our reality. But here's the hopeful part. Each time you shine a light into darkness, you inch closer to altering your destiny for the better. So how exactly can we begin to view these shadows as gateways to personal growth? Here are 3 steps to guide you on this transformative journey. Step 1. Embrace the role of an observer. The initial strategy for shielding yourself from external influence is to cultivate the art of observation without the urge for an immediate reaction. When someone criticizes, provokes, or attempts to unsettle you, pause deliberately. Don't allow your emotions to take the reins. Instead, take a deep, grounding breath and ask yourself this potent question. Does this situation truly define who I am, or is it simply an opportunity to learn and grow? Being an observer means deliberately managing your responses. It's not about suppressing your emotions. Rather, it's about creating a mindful space between the triggering event and your reaction. Picture yourself as an audience member watching a captivating film. You observe the scene without getting entangled in it. By doing so, your emotions no longer dictate your actions, granting you the freedom to choose your response wisely. This mindful detachment not only serves as a protective barrier, but also grants you the clarity and calm necessary to see situations with fresh eyes. When an intense emotion begins to surge, count slowly to 10. This brief pause can temper impulsive reactions. Then practice a conscious breathing technique. Inhale deeply for 4 seconds. Hold that breath for another 4 seconds and exhale slowly over 6 seconds. Repeat this process 3 times to center yourself. Finally, try to view the scenario from a distance. Imagine yourself as a neutral outsider. If you were a consultant brought in to analyze this situation, what observations and advice would you offer? Step 2. Fortify your inner core. According to Carl Jung, genuine strength emerges from aligning with your true self. This alignment requires a period of sincere introspection. Dedicate time to reflect on what truly matters to you, the values that guide your decisions, and the boundaries you are not willing to cross. When you have a clear understanding of who you are and what you stand for, external forces lose their power to destabilize you. Envision your inner core as the robust roots of an ancient tree. The deeper these roots plunge into the earth, the more impervious you become to the storms of life. Strengthening yourself involves clarifying what you desire, what you can tolerate, and what you absolutely refuse to compromise on. In this harmonious state, you won't feel pressured to react impulsively or seek approval from everyone you encounter amidst criticism, provocation, or judgment. Instead, you remain as steadfast as a rock amidst a turbulent river. Start by identifying your core values. Jot down the 5 most crucial values in your life and meditate on them daily. Establish clear boundaries. If someone encroaches upon your personal space or values, calmly yet firmly express, "I am not comfortable with that." Additionally, craft a personal manifesto. In just a few sentences, articulate who you aspire to be and what you stand for. When uncertainty creeps in, revisit this manifesto to ground yourself. Step 3. Convert negative energy into growth. Challenging negative emotions, though daunting, can serve as invaluable guides. Jung reminds us that whatever we reject or ignore within ourselves doesn't simply vanish. It continues to influence us from the shadows. When something causes pain or sparks insecurity, don't shy away from it. Face that discomfort head-on. Ask yourself profound questions. Why does this situation hurt so deeply? What hidden belief within me is holding me back? Each negative emotion harbors an opportunity for transformation. Anger might signal that a boundary has been crossed. Fear could highlight a limiting belief. Sadness may beckon you to release something that no longer serves your growth. To transform negative energy, begin by embracing these emotions, understanding their roots, and then channeling them to forge a more resilient version of yourself. Consider maintaining an emotion journal. When a strong emotion arises, record the circumstances, your feelings, and the insights you gleaned from the experience. Additionally, practice creative visualization. When confronting a negative emotion, envision transforming it into something positive, much like turning a shadow into light. Lastly, cultivate reverse gratitude. Even in adversity, seek out a positive aspect. For instance, criticism might reveal a valuable lesson about yourself or an area for improvement. By integrating these 3 steps, becoming an observer, fortifying your inner core, and converting negative energy, you embark on the path to a life where external negativity no longer holds sway over you. While they require diligent practice, the rewards are profound. As you progress on this journey, you'll uncover strengths within you that you never imagined existed. Which of these steps resonates with you the most? Share your thoughts in the comments and let us know how you are nurturing your inner world. Your insights are truly valuable. If you found this video beneficial and inspiring, please subscribe to our Mindful Sphere channel to stay updated with more wisdom on personal and spiritual growth. And if this content struck a chord with you, share it with those who might also benefit. Thank you for joining us on this transformative journey. See you in the next video.